Hi everyone. Today I would like to talk with you about being mindful with money. How money can help you improve your life and not burden it, and why it's so important to be intentional with your spending and your saving with money. First of all, we should start with the notion that it's okay to spend money and it's okay to earn money and not feel ashamed about being successful with money. There's a huge taboo around this, and I find it very interesting to see how money is actually just a tool to achieve certain things. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just a tool. And the way you look at this tool and the way your relationship is with this tool, it depends on how you're going to use it. Are you going to use it with an idea of abundance and a deal with building and looking into the future? Or are you going to use it to limit yourself? To look at it from a scarcity point of view, where you see how it can limit you and you only see obstacles. It's a lot of things are possible if you know how to funnel your money right. There's a lot of ways you can spend your money. Of course, you have your normal bills like healthcare, utility bills, maybe rent or a mortgage, some food bills, stuff like this. You have a lot of influence on a lot of those. You can, for instance, live smaller or bigger to increase or decrease those bills. You can also make certain choices when it comes to buying your food. But the most important thing is that you're intentional about it. What are you spending your money on, and does it align with your values? If it aligns with your values, it's actually good to spend the money on those things. For instance, if you know you get energy from having like good food, good quality food, maybe it's a bit more expensive, then it's certainly okay to do this. Or if you get a lot of energy from living in a nice big house, then that's also fine, as long as you know why you do it. If it's really not that important to you, then why do you spend money on that, right? So it's important to think for yourself, write it down, like what are my values, what is important to me, and is my money actually following my mouth, right? Is it important for you to travel a lot, to see a lot of the world? Might be more difficult during these times, but is the money going there towards those experiences? Or are you paying a lot for your car or for your house, whereas maybe that's less important to you? Or maybe it's the other way around. And I think it's good if we all, like at least once a year, sit down to think like, hey, do my money flows still go to the direction that I believe in, that is aligned with my values? It's also okay to think about like, hey, I'm spending money on this, but on the other side, what are my long-term goals? Where do I want to put my money in the long term? How do I want my life to look in the future? And this is where the saving and investing side of your money comes in. So where do you funnel your money towards in the long run? Does it align with your goals? Do you want to work until you're 67, the retirement age in the Netherlands? Or do you want to retire earlier? Or do you want to work less or more? These are all very important questions, and it's good to think about this. Also, try to write this down and think for yourself like, hey, do I really want to work full-time until 67, or do I want to reduce my hours at some point, or do I want to be more flexible, work location independently, or be my own boss, or whatever? It's important for yourself to think about these things. When you know the spending side of your money, it's an investing side of your money, then you can also look at the earning side of your money. Where and how do you earn your money? Does this align with your values? Does it slowly burn you out, give you lower levels of energy, or do you actually get energy from it? So just know why you do it. Do you want to retire? Do you want to travel the world? Or do you want to live in a big ass house? It's all fine. There's no good or bad. It's just everyone needs to think about what is their intention with money. Why do they spend the way they spend? So when you know these things, I think it's good to just, you wrote down the values. Does it align with your spending? And then you can also see, hey, what are my long-term values and goals? And then you just make a plan. You just break it down into pieces. Do you want to save up for a house and you need 20,000 euros down payment? Then how do you get to that 20,000 euros? Just think about every month you save a little bit, and then maybe one day you can buy a house. And there is nothing to be ashamed of here. It's just very objective. You just be very constructive about it. So maybe every month you save 200 euros, maybe 500 to save up for this down payment. And then in a few years from now, you can actually buy that house. And then you will look back and you think like, oh wow, that's so awesome that I went from 0 to 20,000 and I was able to buy a house. This is really powerful concept. In the daily life, think about like the small incremental steps. Forget about the big goal because that's can be very daunting. But sometimes it's good to sit down and have a reflective moment and think about, hey, I want to reach these goals and how do I break it down into my daily, monthly life? If you want to not buy a house, for instance, that's totally fine. If you want to buy something else or whatever, again, it doesn't matter as long as it aligns with your goals. There's no good or bad here. There's no one way of living. As long as you are happy with it, because it's your life, then you should live up to those values and align your behavior and your spending with those values. So let me know in the comments down below if your spending always aligns with your values and goals. And let's see where the discrepancy is, and let's also see what we can learn from each other. If you like this video, just make sure you like and subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for more videos like this. See you later.